His forearms were mangled. His stomach was ripped. His skin was in slivers, shredded and stripped. His teeth were all mangled, and so were his toes. And where were his testes? Well, nobody knows. Hey guys, it's Indy. I know you're probably very surprised to see me upload this early. I woke up like around 8 this morning. For once in like the past 4 weeks, I went to sleep before 4 a.m. I actually went to sleep at like 10 or 11. I know that's wild, but we're gonna be going into some Ask Reddit today because I've never actually gone through one of these threads before, so I'm gonna try that. I am going to be reading a subreddit called Non-Americans of Reddit. What is the craziest rumor you've heard about America that turned out to be true? Maybe I can confirm or deny some of these. Okay, I want to check something. In the movie series, schools always have a crap ton of extracurricular activities and clubs. Basketball, football, swimming, cheerleading, chess, and a lot more. How true is that? Also, how serious are the games between schools? Yeah, that's real. The seriousness varies by geographic region. Where I'm at in Ohio, school sports are fairly lighthearted, but in Texas, high school football is very serious. Yeah, I'm from Alabama and high school football was taken extremely seriously. Probably because we don't have an NFL team, so college and high school football are way more serious. I agree. School sports, like sports games in America are actually really. With the second comment, I don't agree because I'm also from Ohio. I have to say I don't agree because let me tell you, some of these games here in the city, woo, they are really serious. I always thought that Olive Garden in The Simpsons was just code for generic restaurant. I mean, you're still accurate in saying that. I studied in Maryland for about a year and a half back in 2017. I'd always heard that all Americans are like super good at pie. I was pretty much all alone during Thanksgiving since everyone else was with their families. One of the RAs I befriended knocked on my door and brought me all different kinds of pie. Dear Lord, I've never tasted anything that delicious. From blueberry to apple to pumpkin. Every single pie. They were all amazing. Yeah, you're right. No, literally we have a pie for every single flavor in the book you could even think of. Sweet potato pie, pumpkin pie, like you said, cherry pie, apple pie, peach cobbler pie. Yeah, there's literally probably like 1,000 different pies. I'm from Australia, and all my life I believed red Solo cups were like a 555 area code thing. A Hollywood prop. So when I immigrated to the US, my mother-in-law was making dinner and offered me iced tea in a red Solo cup. I lost it. Everyone signed the cup. I've still got it. The Solo cup stories always kill me. We had some German exchange students in high school, and one of them loved how many American things were just like the movies. We rode in the back of a truck to a pizza place for lunch that day, and he was loving it. In the afternoon, there was a party/get-together at someone's house, and the kid was eyeing the stack of red Solo cups and coyly asked, "Can I keep one?" We said sure, and that the red Solo cups was the cherry on top of his American experience that day. Drink sizes. Holy crap. When my family visited in 2017, we landed in Texas for a stopover. A layover? Anyways, first thing I saw in the sports part of the terminal was a dude who was drinking from what looked like an actual freaking bucket. Here in New Zealand, our large drinks will be considered an American small or maybe a medium. Texas is known for basically having double the size of anything from any other state. We need bigger cups because more than half the cup is always filled with ice. True that. That's so annoying. Biscuits and gravy is legit a thing. Also, you can ride motorcycles without helmets in some states. And iced tea isn't sweetened unless you ask for sweet. Edit. Nothing could have possibly prepared me for the absolute chaos of sweet tea versus iced tea in the comments. This is evidently very important to many. Yes, there is a big difference between sweet tea and iced tea. American state and national parks are some of the most beautiful places on earth. All the parks could use more funding, but American parks are well staffed and maintained. There's real pride. I love our national and state park systems. One of my state parks recently got a herd of bison, which I haven't seen in the wild since my trip to Yellowstone. The week I graduate, I'm going to see them and relax in nature. $2 bills. I remember working at Taco Bell and our new cashier never saw a $2 bill in her life before, and a dude tried to use one and she said, "Sir, this is counterfeit and I will call the police if you don't leave." He starts yelling at her and our manager steps up, takes the bill and gives the man his order and tells the girl that $2 bills are actual currency. I couldn't stop laughing. True story. I've had the same experience. The $2 bill is uncommon, but just common enough so that you shouldn't have a problem getting your hands on them. If I go to a bank teller, I'll ask for my cash and choose if it isn't a huge number. I like to spread them around in my travels because they're my favorite form of cash money. Dude, $2 bills, Americans don't even believe in yeah, like before I read these comments, I was about to say Americans don't even believe in $2 bills themselves. Like, You know what they also probably don't believe in $1 coins. 2 currencies that Americans, and 50-cent coins. Well, 3 currencies that Americans probably like don't believe exist till they actually see them is $2 bills, $1 coins, and 50-cent coins. But they exist, trust me. America has libraries that are essentially free to use. When I first arrived here 25 years ago, the first day of work at Newark, New Jersey, I walked out for lunch and saw this huge central library. The size boggled my mind, but I bravely walked up and checked it out. The guy says, "Yep, show me your work ID for local address and you get a membership card. How much does it cost? I only have $80 till I get my first pay." Him laughing at me. "It's free, you don't pay anything." After recovering from brief shock. "So how many books am I allowed to take home?" Expecting there to be a catch, maybe I need to put down a security deposit or something. Him positively enjoying himself. "How many can you carry?" That day I took home over 30 books, just being greedy, and quickly called my dad to tell him about it. For a guy who would painstakingly browse each bookstore in small India just to get his kids books to read, he was suitably amazed. He was puzzled that if this whole free transaction thing would kill the bookstore business, because who would buy books if libraries existed where you could get them for free? Till date, I remember the gratitude I felt for being able to come here. And when my dad visited some years later, I would drop him off at the library on my way to work and he'd be lost in it all day. Edit. Wow, a few hours of sleep and this has blown up. Guess it resonates with a lot of you. Thanks y'all for the plat, gold, and silver. I'm humbled. To address some of the comments, yes, by take home, I mean borrowed and returned. Carrying those books home was a story too. The librarian saw my dilemma and wanted to stick to his original "how many can you carry" comment, and would not allow me to discard any. So I went and got 2 large bags made of cloth and canvas, like grocery bags, and when I lugged them onto the train back from New Jersey that evening, I had to walk home from the train station, no car, a mile away. Normally not bad, but with all those books, it was tedious. A cop saw me and gave me a lift home. He loved my story about the library too. India today is slightly better, but as a kid in a small town, the only library I ever saw was at my school, where books were never allowed to be taken home. And there was a single shop where you could subscribe to borrow some Pulp Fiction books. The Asiatic Library in Bombay was big, but it had a wait list, I think of 4 years. I'm always amazed at what all libraries offer. I took my parents for a movie showing once, set up as a once-a-month thing for seniors, and they were shocked that it was free. And they were giving cookies and stuff too, along with pleasant company. My girls have learned to love the library just as much, and probably have read more books than most kids at school. My daughter won an award for an accelerated reading at age 9, gave a speech about the impact of libraries for her and how much her dad and grandpa love them. Thank you, libraries and librarians. Oh, that was so wholesome. That's so wholesome. I wanted to end it there on a wholesome note, but I really want to read this next comment. Injured people try to avoid getting ambulances called for them. There was a whole bunch of comments in between this with the prices of ambulance, but every American knows that there are literally thousands, so yeah. His leg was in pieces. His head was a wreck. His fingers were broken, and so was his neck. His ankles were cracked. His knees were a mess. And where were his eyeballs? That's anyone's guess. His forearms were mangled. His stomach was ripped. His skin was in slivers, shredded and stripped. His teeth were all mangled, and so were his toes. And where were his testes? Well, nobody knows. He lay in the road, in a puddle of blood. They got to him quickly, as fast as they could. "You must let us help you. Soon you'll be dead." He checked his insurance. "No, thank you," he said. I had to end it on that. I had to. Yeah, guys, so that was r/AskReddit. That was pretty fun, I'm not gonna lie. There's a whole bunch of different types of threads in here, so I'll probably check this out again. If you notice, there's no edits in here because of George making noise while I'm trying to record. I literally had to lock him outside of my room. Like, I feel bad because he's just sitting at my door, like, kind of scratching on it, like, let me in. But it's like, oh my god, every time I try to record, this dude literally makes as much noise as he possibly can. Like, I swear, he will sit here all day, sleep, and do nothing, make no noise. And as soon as I hit the record button, it's like, what? He's like, oh, you said make noise now? But yeah, anyways, only thing left to say is, bye.